here at the table. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. We've got the Los Angeles Lakers taking on the Boston Celtics. And so off the tip, it's Boston. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got LeBron James. Johnson is out there with West. Then it's Kareem, and it's Kobe in at the 3 slot. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And when you have this kind of size as a point guard, what a tremendous advantage. Magic can really match up with all 5 positions.
It's stolen by West. James with it. He's picked up by Russell. It's LeBron with the drive, and James throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And so it's Boston with it, following the bucket by the Lakers. Bucket is good.
And what you love about Russell is he plays to his strengths. Nothing fancy, just goes right to one of his bankable moves.
Now here's West. Kicks it out to Johnson. Outside, Kobe. And the 3 ball is good.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Kuzi. He's guarded by Johnson. Boston shooting their first free throw of the evening. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter. That one goes in.
And that's his strongest trait, the unselfishness from Kuzi. Fantastic at realizing when one of his guys has an opportunity for a clean look. Now that's some hang time. What a pretty double clutch move.
Agree, Greg. You can afford to get fancy on your way up when you've got that kind of space. Here's Boston now. Here's Kuzi. The shot that time, not on target. LeBron with some nice D. That's good from Johnson on the assist by LeBron. Johnson's got his second bucket.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. For 3, Kobe. Got it to fall! It went down! He got it to fall!
He did it!
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Listen, under duress of the end of the period, you just throw it up and hope.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in control with a 9-point lead to end the... And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Boston, we've got Pierce. Havlicek is out there with Russell. And it's Cowens in at the power forward. Here's Kuzi. To the inside, Russell, and the slam dunk by Russell.
And the relentless nature that is Bill Russell. Always working for the best scoring opportunity. Won't find one better than that. You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Celtics trail by 11. Pass to Cowens. And James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Kevin McHale, he checked in for the Celtics. Here's Cowens. McHale outside. Here's Kuzi. He's guarded by Johnson. The shot's good from Kuzi. Kuzi's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Here's Kuzi, defended by West. Havlicek against Johnson. For Boston, they have made their only other free throw attempt today on an earlier trip to the line. And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, and among the many things to like about Hondo, he is strictly about the team. Willing to take on any role. He just wants to win.
Robert Parrish is checked in for the Celtics. Bird comes in for Paul Pierce. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. And Boston called for the foul. This is his first free throw of the game. The first free throw is good. And the Celtics making a change here. Allen's checked in. And Kobe drops them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Here's Kuzi. He's guarded by Johnson. Down low, Abdul-Jabbar with the block.
And beyond the obvious physical skills, Kareem just has a great understanding for the game. Times his move perfectly to get that shot.
Los Angeles shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Celtics. The free throw drops for Kobe. We've got 22 seconds left here in the second. Floats one up, and the rejection by Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Kobe, and Kobe throws it down.
So why does LeBron James have the ball in his hands? Because look at that sixth sense. Wow, what a pass.
His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. No good on that one. The Celtics making a switch here. So he comes up empty at the line.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball. Exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And so it's Los Angeles, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Right back after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They are way out in front, leading by 17. Kenny, what's your viewpoint?
Well, they were dishing out dimes left and right, and the guys were finishing strong. As a team, they seem to be always thinking, always looking for the best shot. If they keep sharing the ball this way, the second half could be more lopsided than the first.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
Hasn't been pretty anywhere for them. But I point to their weak inside defense more than anything else. They didn't protect the rim at all, and it's cost them, Ernie.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, I mean, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Taking a look at Los Angeles, they've got Abdul-Jabbar. Kobe is out there with LeBron James. Then there's West, and it's Johnson in at the point.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Fast break, here we go. Passes it to Kuzi. West with the steal. And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Up the court they go.
And the insane peripheral vision there. If anyone's open, even for an instant, Magic's gonna find you.
Celtics trail by 17. They double him with West. Bird outside, right wing. And it's good, 2 points. Kuzi's got 5 now.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing.
Just such great consistency on that jump shot. Even though he's not always squared up, Bird terrific in the catch and shoot game.
Now here's Bird following the miss by Kobe Bryant.
Off and running right off the bat here to start the second half.
Stolen by Havlicek. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. All alone. And it's Boston with another.
And guys, you got to know who you're guarding. You got to run the shooter off that sweet spot. And for Havlicek, that's anything in the mid-range area.
LeBron, good.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Yeah, and how about Pierce there? Immediately squares himself up from outside, always prepared to rise and fire.
And here's West for 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We come back right after this. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Boston. Down by 12. Garnett out there with Bird. Then it's Jones. Then it's White. And it's Cowens in at center. That's the Boston 5.
Could there be any doubt? I mean, Bird's such a dead-eye shooter. Sometimes this guy practices threes with his eyes closed.
Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Johnson. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. Well, for the Celtics, this one not looking good. Here's Jones. The shot from the low post is good.
Yeah, he needs to take a lot more shots. He's been efficient, trying to get his teammates involved, but it's time for him to step up.
And here's James outside. Rebound, Boston. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. And here's Bird from the arc. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And now just a 4-point Los Angeles lead. Beyond the arc. That shot, no good. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Left left to play in the final quarter. And it's in there. Now just a 2-point Los Angeles lead.
Really taking advantage of every scoring opportunity. They've somehow found a way to make this thing exciting.
Gets the 3 to fall.
Big shot maker. When the game heats up, so does magic.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're trailing by 5. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Magic Johnson.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the head coach for Boston had some instruction for the guys during the timeout. He told them they have to pick it up. He said there's no time like the present, fellas. Embrace the moment, and let's take back this game. We'll see what they can do, Kevin.
6 to shoot. Pierce. Abdul-Jabbar with the block. And now we've got the intentional foul. Harry Bird's checked in for Kevin McHale. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Here are the Lakers. 17 points was their biggest margin. And an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
I think what amazes me about LeBron James is that he never stops pushing. This guy is pursuing greatness. Well, just knocking them down from the charity stripe, extending the lead. Simple basketball.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're trailing by 7. 29 seconds left to play here in the fourth. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Knocks down the 3.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
It took a shift in strategy, but it seems like they figured it out. Let's see if they can extend this run all the way to the finish.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. .26 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Bird. There's the pass to Russell. Money!
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Here's West. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And he does get the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Here's Kuzi. Outside, Russell. From deep. And it's Havlicek missing.
And you see the defense. I mean, there are guys who are great with the weak side help. Some are better on ball. Russell dominates that end in every category.
And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Berg, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew,